All right, y'all. I am here at John's Secret Garden and Orchids. We are at Avery Island Tabasco factory doing the tour here, but they have this awesome giant bamboo forest that they've created as part of an experiment back at the beginning of the 20th century. They had planted 65 different types of bamboo from all over Asia. And out of the 65 they planted on Avery Island, this, I am guessing, is the largest variety. It's Japanese timber bamboo, giant Japanese timber bamboo. We're looking at bamboo that is probably about 30-40 feet tall. And they've created a little forest of it here. So it's kind of cool when you're in it and you're surrounded by it. It feels really good. And it's a little treat to get out of the heat, because once you get in it, the density of the leaves really lets very little sun in here. And so the degrees drop about 15 degrees. And you just capture all the wind in here, and it's peaceful and wonderful. But let's see. Here's the little reading. So yeah, at the beginning of the 20th century, there were 65, planted over 65 varieties of bamboo on Avery Island for the USDA, that the USDA had collected. Out of those 65, 35 are still known to grow here. And this is the giant Japanese timber bamboo. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys this. We're going back to the Tabasco factory and tour. And I'll catch up with you once we start going through the jungle gardens. All right, bye. All right, so we are now at the jungle gardens on Avery Island. It's really almost like a big botanical park. And so I'm gonna turn the cameras around. We're driving through some oak trees that are really beautiful with the moss and everything. And it's a drive-through trail. And then you can park your car at different spots, and they have stop signs like right here. And you can get out and walk around, and they have foot trails mixed in and stuff like that. But look at this, and all the Spanish moss on the oak trees. It's really cool. Super cool. Look at this one, completely covered in Spanish moss. But so now we are coming close to where they have the pond. And it's super cool. There are alligators in here, which is a cool thing. So anyways, if I see anything cool like an alligator or whatever, I will film it and I will clip it into the video. But as for right now, just stay tuned for more. So yes, we have parked the car and we are now standing along what's probably a canal, actually. And it might be a pond, but anyways, it's just beautiful. Usually there's alligators right up here that we could see and everything, but there's no alligators. But we have the Spanish moss coming from the trees, and then if you look over there, there's a bunch of oak trees, and it's been beautifully landscaped. And for the most part, all of those trees over there were planted. They were not there. And so they have landscaped all of this as the years have gone on and such. It's a beautiful, beautiful garden space, and I'm sure if you grew up on this island, this would be one of your hangout spots. But anyways, I am gonna shut the camera off again and move on. As you can tell, I'm in my peaceful mode. All right. See, there's other people exploring over there. But yeah, it's a drive-through path. And it's really, really super cool. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. So look at this, y'all. I'm not gonna get too close to him, but I'm gonna pull in. I get so excited when I see alligators in nature. Look at this guy. He just chilling, sunning himself. Yay! He's about 6 foot long. Yay! Allie the gator. See him? Yay! Nature. And he's under an oak tree, just barely out in the sun. He picked the perfect spot. Look at this Spanish moss blowing in the picture. I love that. Look at this, all the Spanish moss, so great. You know, and I didn't know this, that the Cajuns used to use Spanish moss to stuff their beds and pillows with and stuff, because naturally it is bug resistant. So, yeah. All right. Alrighty, more video to come. Oh my God, everybody, I see some critters walking in front of me. Good thing I'm behind them, because if they turn around and bite me, I'm going to be real scared. Oh, yeah. So right now we have pulled the car over, and that is my partner, husband, Jeffrey, and my friend, Lori. And we are walking to the big, huge Buddha sanctuary that they have here. Little Buddha statue. Little, it's big, it's like twice as tall as me, but you can see the Buddha there, and there is more pond that they pretty much just let go crazy with natural flowers and such, pond flowers. There may be alligator in there, we don't know, but this is the walk, and it's lined with bamboo, more bamboo. And here is the Buddha.
Buddha booty.
Yeah, but yeah, we're looking at Buddha's booty right now. So Buddha got a lot of booty. No, but it's really cool. They have a little bridge and watas and bamboo benches that you can sit on and such. So these are the jungle. These are things going on at the jungle gardens here on Avery Island. And you can just hear the birds and the wind and the leaves. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna walk over now and check out Buddha. It's really, really, really super cool. They have little plaques with little poetry. This one's called Buddha Speaks. And this is telling the story of how this Buddha arrived on the island. And then I will take you around to the front. As you walk, you go higher and higher and higher and more stairs. And then now you are standing up above all of this beautifulness. And here is Buddha inside. Hello. There he is. And he's a good, this statue from the base of the flower to the top, about 12, 14 feet tall. He's a big guy. I love the colors of everything. That's the lower edge of the ceiling. But We're a good 25, 30 feet above ground level here. Like you can see Jeffrey down there. But I will make my way back down now. It is so peaceful here. Oh, you put your Tabasco on there?
It was already there, not me.
Oh. No, people are making wishes and giving blessings to the Buddha. And they have another one over here. And they give you these little bottles of Tabasco because of the Tabasco factory. And so somebody has generously left Buddha some Tabasco sauce, which I'm sure he will appreciate on whatever he may eat. And then we move forward. And there's all these little paths and walkways that you can go off on that go to different parts of the park, gardens to check out. I was telling Lori and Jeffrey this is kind of like an arboretum because all the plants do have labels. Everything is charted out for you. There's plaques telling you why this is here and how long it's been here and such. And even the bamboo, see the white placard at the bamboo. So if you walk up to it, it'll tell you all about that particular type of bamboo. But yes, now we are walking back to the car. And we are going to what I think is the most charming part of the jungle gardens here on Avery Island, which is Bird City. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. I am so excited, y'all. Look at, I'm pulling up on it. I'm getting off the trail. Look at this. We got a little young gator walking through the grass. Look at that. Yay. Hi, baby boo-boo. He's like 3 foot long. Look at that. Little gator. I'm going to see if I can get closer in my video. Look at him. Oh. Avery Island at its finest. Oh my God, so good. Little baby gator. He stopped because he sees us. Scared of walking on these bricks. I'm going to turn. I'm zooming out. Zooming out. It's going to be all over, but he's now just laying in the grass. Yay, yay, yay. Hi, little guy. Okay. But anyways, we have pulled the car up. I get so excited over stuff like that. Nature. Isn't it cute? Cuteness. But anyways, we are walking up to the Bird City. It's a sanctuary that they built for the birdies, the egrets, to come and do their thing. Because I think it was something about there having declining populations or whatever. And the habitats in which they were nesting were being destroyed. So they built this sanctuary for them, and now they have thousands. And this is here on Avery Island, where the Tabasco plant is. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And if I pull the video in, I mean, just look at this. It's insane. And they're just nesting, doing their thing. But these are the 3 types of egrets that are here. So you have the great egret. Then you have the snowy egret. And then you have the cattle egret. And they have write-ups on all of them. Oh, so in 1895, this was built, an aviary to help save the endangered snowy egret, whose plumes were used to decorate women's hats. Yep, it was built here in Willow Pond as a spot to build large cage over the water. Okay, so it started off as a large cage over the water. All right, and so the egrets prefer to nest over water because alligators deter other predators from harming the birds. So, Mickle Henry started this aviary. He built the cage, he raised 8 egrets, and then he let them go the next year. He freed them to migrate south, and the following spring, as he had hoped, they returned to the cage, where they nested and raised young. By 1911, he estimated that 100,000 birds nested in the rookery known today as Bird City. All right. So that's pretty much what happened. He started with a cage of 8. He released them. They came back, and it just grew and grew and grew. Those 8 grew into this. And over 100,000 per year nest here. And every now and then you will see a pink one or a red one.
There's one with color a little bit right there in the, I don't know if it's still there, John, to the right in that tree.
Yeah, they're usually over here in the trees, right there. But usually the ones with colors that we see are over here.
Okay, there's a few here.
Yeah.
They're pale pink.
Yeah, there was one that was almost like bright pink, like a flamingo last time. But yeah, they'll be in the trees and they'll be nesting over in there. Like if I pull in, you can see them in the trees over here. And then I'll draw back out and take you up to the top and give you a pan of what's actually going on here, because this is pretty amazing. So I'm going to go up to the top here. And show you, look at this. It's a trip. But from the little sanctuaries he built out in the middle of the pond, they've come over into the bushes and trees. And it's just kind of awesome. It's like nature at its best. Look at this. So great. Then, of course, below them, there's a bunch of alligator garfish and alligators and such. And that's what they prefer because it keeps all the predators away. So anyways, all right. This is pretty much it for Avery Island. We are now going to go over to Rip Van Winkle Gardens and check out what's going on there.